Hello, thank you for joining me again. I'm out and about, and for once I have an audience. Let me share them with you. At least I don't think I'll be bothered by heckling, and hopefully my words won't upset them in any way. I'm at St Oswald's Church. Better turn round and let you see the church as well. And there it is. Gorgeous old church. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. And it's a church that has very special meaning for me, because my first proper non-supply teaching job was in an old hall that's behind the church, Brayton Hall. I loved teaching there. It was great. And St Oswald's, the girls used to come for Sunday services to the church, and we had speech days and end of term services and everything in the church. So I really like being here. And I actually rather like sitting around and being around in graveyards. I don't find them eerie, spooky or anything. I find them calming and relaxing places to be. Maybe that's because even without the gravestones, this would be a calming and relaxing place, because we've got beautiful mature trees, a yew tree, a beech tree, another yew tree. So the setting is gorgeous. And I want to talk a bit about human nature and the busyness that envelops so many of us. I've mentioned this before with saying that I don't have an off button to stop me. And I think that so many people these days, they don't have one either. And I've just seen that I've still got my dark glasses on. I do apologise. I'm struggling with my eyes today. I can't have any brightness on them. That was a little aside. But I wonder how many of these people in these graves, and how many of them took their place here ahead of time because they were too busy. Maybe their busyness was part of their business. Maybe just the job that they did, they had people who put demands on them. And I mean, I hate it when I hear of people who are getting emails, phone calls from bosses all through their supposedly downtime during the evenings and at weekends. And I know what it's like to have that pressure put on you. And it really isn't good. But it's human nature that many of us feel we've got to comply in order to keep our job. Because unlike Prince Harry and his suggestion, if you don't like what you're doing, just leave. It's not that way for most of us. But a guy called Dan Ariely, I think that's the pronunciation of his name, who was hang on, let me just check what he did, behavioural economist. He wrote a story about a locksmith. So are you sitting comfortably? Then I will begin. There was a locksmith, and when he was new at his job, he used to take quite a while to complete the job, but people were happy happy if he got them into their cars, into their homes, and they would pay him and gladly give him a tip. However, as he became more proficient with his work, then the time he took became shorter. And rather than people being pleased to be into their house or car more quickly, they seemed to feel that they were being diddled. The tips stopped, and they complained that it hadn't taken him long. So, can you win? No, it's more like a lose-lose situation, isn't it? And I suppose that, like me, you've had experience of having work people do jobs, and you've thought, gosh, I paid them a lot of money for that job and it didn't take them 5 minutes. Or, oh gosh, I got away with that. That was only cheap and they took ages over it. Maybe it's down to whether you have a fixed price contract or whether you're paying by the hour. That could colour our judgment. But just think, some of these people in here will be here prematurely because of their busyness. Don't let that happen to you. I've included underneath a link through to a blog I wrote on busyness. And also I'll include links through to downloads on my website. Downloads for relaxation. Wandering through a garden, wandering on a beach. I haven't done one in a graveyard, but click through and see what you think. So thank you very much for listening. And I'm just going to switch off and sit here in the peace and quiet for a little while. Take care. Speak to you tomorrow. Bye.